Of the original Avengers, only Iron Man is left. Of the original Avengers team, only Iron Man is left. Okay, technically, Scarlet Witch and Vision are still Avengers. But if you go by just the MCU roster lineup, they came in like at the second movie, and then they were there in Captain America Civil War, and then they continued after that until Vision got killed and all of that. But okay, it remained like that. But technically, from the original Avengers team, only Iron Man remains. The last two that they had original was Iron Man and Thor. Well, Thor is leaving and passing the mantle over to someone else because, only a woman could do it better. Yep, the God of Thunder is stepping down from the Avengers and turning over control of the of his godly status on the team to a woman. No, it's not Jane Foster. That did not go well at all. But it is another character that we all know, and the amount of, the only way to put it is Mary suing that they have done to this character now has almost made her absolutely insufferable. Get into what's happening with Thor, and then we'll talk about who's replacing him. This article comes from Screen Rant. Thor names his successor, officially replacing him as the Avengers' resident god. Yep. As Thor steps down from the Avengers, he's being replaced by another iconic Marvel god. Recently, Thor was framed for the murder of supervillain Roxxon CEO Dario Agger, aka the Minotaur. At the same time, his enemy, the Enchantress, cast a spell that dulls his thinking when he's on the earthly plane of Midgard, turning him into a parody of the hero fans know and love. With cataclysmic events occurring in Marvel's godly sphere and his effectiveness now limited on Earth, Thor has made the difficult decision to stand down from the Avengers. So, Thor has been framed for this murder, right? He's also been turned into a moron by the Enchantress. And because of that, he's decided, you know what? Let me turn over my my position on the Avengers to someone else who will be much better. I mean, it's like these writers don't get it or they don't want to get it. So you're trying to tell me Thor has been framed, Thor had a spell cast on him and all of these things. Perhaps this should be a great opportunity for him to rise to the occasion and show everybody just how amazing he actually is. That is a possibility. Let him rise to the occasion and show everybody, him overcome this challenge. This challenge that he has to meet, he has to deal with it. He's been framed for murder. Okay, framed for murder. He's Thor, God of Thunder, who's gonna come to try and arrest him, and anybody shows up, he kicks their ass. If his senses have been dulled, he finds a way to break this. He travels to some other mystical realm and he has to go through something, or he finds something, he has to battle something, he has to use his wits. All these things are good opportunity for him to overcome and rise and show everybody he is Thor, God of Thunder. But no. He get framed for murder, turned into a moron, and he figure, hey, you know what, time for me to hang up my hammer and give it to somebody much more deserving while I go up somewhere and cry. Yes, that makes perfect sense. However, Thor isn't leaving the Avengers without a god. In Jed McKay and Valerio Schitte's Avengers number 18, the team face off against the ultra-powerful Hyperion, uniting with the X-Men to stop him from destroying Earth. Yes, that's the issue where apparently Captain Marvel was talking about how they should straight up murder Hyperion, and the rest of them were kind of like, yeah, okay, cool, let's do that. And then even end up doing it. I don't even end up meeting Hyperion. I didn't even bother to read the damn things. I saw the people like, nah, this is nonsense. This doesn't sound anything like the Avengers at all. But I moved on. So who is taking Thor's place? Oh, no other person could be better suited for the role than Storm, because now Marvel has pretty much made her into some kind of goddess. In the aftermath, Ororo Monroe's Storm mulls over the team's offer to join them, and Thor asks her to accept, stating, "Accept the invitation, Ororo Monroe. Become once more an Avenger. Speak for your people and ensure that a God of Thunder rides with the Avengers still." Oh, this is not the first time that Storm has been an Avenger. Pretty much everybody has been an Avenger at one point or another. Wolverine has been an Avenger. Storm has been an Avenger. Spider-Man has been an Avenger. Pretty much everybody's been an Avenger at one point or another. But, they have now elevated Storm to literal godly levels. Think I'm joking? Let's go on. Storm's star is very much on the rise in Marvel Comics, following her triumphant appearance in X-Men Red, where she became the Regent of Mars and the voice of Sol, representing the entire solar system in alien affairs. Now she's back on Earth working to represent and protect mutant kind during their darkest hour, including making sure that world-famous teams like the Avengers don't overlook the needs of Homo Superior. Okay, here's the thing. They have literally elevated Storm to some kind of god level. Now, Storm is an Omega level mutant, right? She literally has Omega level mutant power. She can control the weather, which means that, she can control the weather all over the planet and stuff if she wants to. She can very easily do that. They've elevated her now that she's able to control all weather in the universe, all kind of nonsense like that. She terraformed Mars in a day. She's now the leader of Mars, and she speaks for the entire solar system, because Black Panther ruled Wakanda. Well, that's kind of up in the air at the moment, but now we have to have Storm ruling an entire planet and speaking for the whole solar system. They've really just shoving Storm into everything. It's like they're giving Storm the Captain Marvel treatment, and that never worked for Captain Marvel. It sure as hell isn't going to work for her. But that's what they're doing. While Storm was once considered a powerful mutant, she is now worshipped as a goddess by groups in Kenya and Wakanda. Oh yeah, Wakanda too. And has discovered her family's connection to ancient magic. Of course, having mutant powers wasn't enough. Now she has connection to ancient magic because, again, like I've stated, when I was giving her the Captain Marvel treatment. Her powers have gone from strength to strength, and fans saw how powerful she actually is in the Sins of Sinister event, where she was reborn as a goddess with total control over cosmic weather. In Marvel's mainstream continuity, she's continued experimenting with her powers, developing the ability to flatten entire armies with air pressure and carrying a storm through space to destroy the unbeatable sentinel known as Nimrod. So yeah, she's worshipped as a goddess by groups in Kenya and Wakanda. Right, and I've discovered her family's connection to ancient magic. Now, okay, when Storm was younger, right, she was worshipped as a goddess because not too much was known about mutants at that time, and she had the ability to control the weather, so they literally worshipped her as a goddess. It wasn't something she reveled in. And when she found she was a mutant and all this sort of stuff like that, she would tell people, "I'm not a goddess, I'm just a mutant," and that was it. She was never one to elevate to any kind of thing. She knew she had mutant powers that literally allowed her to control the weather. She's an Omega level mutant. Okay. No. Now she's being worshipped as a goddess in Kenya and Wakanda. And then after the Sins of Sinister event, she was reborn as a goddess with total control over cosmic weather. So you're just literally elevating Storm up the ladder, the same thing that you keep doing to Captain Marvel. How does that work out? She have an ongoing series that I believe it going on now or starting. So you think anybody gonna really be digging that? I mean, people might check out 1 or 2 issues and then after a while it's gonna get fed up and move on because you keep doing this same terrible mistake and acting like everybody's supposed to sit there and go, well, yeah, that's making perfect sense. That'll work out really well. God, why? Storm has also proved multiple times that she's worthy of Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Only recently in Immortal Thor #4, she joined a group including Beta Ray Bill and Jane Foster, who passed the hammer between them in order to provide Thor with godly backup against the ultra-powerful Tyrannus. While Storm doesn't have the exact same power over weather that Thor does, she definitely qualifies as a Marvel god and will be crucial in the Avengers, not missing a step as Thor Odinson resigns. However, Thor isn't just keeping the team from being embroiled in his drama. In fact, he knows there's a very specific reason the Avengers will need a god. Okay, so now Storm could lift Mjolnir. I remember when there was a time that you actually had to be worthy to lift Mjolnir. I mean, most people couldn't even do it. Honestly, not even right, most people, nobody could do it. Thor was literally the only person who could have lifted Mjolnir because Thor was the one who was worthy to lift that hammer. That was the whole thing, was Thor, that's what he was doing. Now, everybody's worthy to lift it. And they even say here that she joined a group including Beta Ray Bill and Jane Foster, who passed the hammer between them. So they were literally playing hot potato with Mjolnir. That's what they were doing. They were like, yeah, let me take it there, throw to lightning bolt here, you grab it, throw to up lightning bolt, let me grab it, go fly, and so they go it. I think there was a time when you actually had to be worthy to literally lift Thor's hammer. Literally had to be worthy to lift Thor's hammer. When Captain America finally lifted the hammer in Avengers Endgame, that was a pretty historic one because, before he kind of just barely lifted it and thing, but, he proved himself worthy, so he lifted the hammer. That was something really interesting and amazing to see in a fight with Thanos. But he's basically saying now everybody's worthy of wielding the hammer. So what next? Squirrel Girl will pick it up. Ms. Marvel will pick it up. Who else? Aunt May will pick it up. Oh God, if Paul pick it up, if Paul pick up Mjolnir and rub it in Peter Parker's face while making him watch him go down on Mary Jane, that would be sick to see. But that's what I'm talking about. You literally basically say that, everybody and their Uncle Tom is worthy of wielding this hammer. Everybody. Everybody is worthy of wielding this hammer. And this is what it's supposed to do. Because, now we literally have Storm. She is now the resident god of the Avengers because Thor is now an asshole. That's the best way to put it. You understand me? I mean, Thor is now a moron who has been framed for murder and turned into a literal idiot by the Enchantress. And of course, the only person to replace him has to be Storm. I try to act like this is some groundbreaking initiative or something like that, and say that this is so fantastic and so amazing and all of this. But it isn't. It's not amazing. It's not fantastic at all, because Storm is not the first woman to join the Avengers. She's not the first black superhero to join the Avengers. She's not the first X-Men to join the Avengers. But no, of course she has to be swinging this hammer around. But they could have just easily given it over to Jane Foster again. But I'm sure she'll come back as Mighty Thor once again, and then it'll have 2 Thors running around. Will be much better than the actual Thor, because he's a man, so he clearly can't be good at anything. Yeah, so that's it, people. Thor has officially resigned from the Avengers and given the title of Marvel's resident god over to Storm, who of course will be the bestest ever because she's much better than he could ever possibly be. This is what we're getting now once again from Marvel. Because every time they do this and it fails miserably, they never learn and they go right back to the well to do it again. You know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, should hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.